Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Haley. I am currently 32 weeks pregnant with my second baby girl. So we have a 2-year-old right now and another girl on the way. I've been doing these updates since I think I started at 16 weeks. I mean, I posted like a pregnancy, hey, we're pregnant thing. So I guess I've been filming this the entire time, and I can tell you it's one of the coolest experiences that I've had, just being able to rewatch and see all of the different changes. I have been doing these updates every 4 weeks, and now that we're in the 3rd trimester and we're starting to see the doctor every 2 weeks, I thought maybe I would do them every 2 weeks. We'll just kind of see how that works out. If nothing has changed, I'm not going to bore you with a video that's the same old, same old. So 32 weeks, I'm sorry, wrong, 30 weeks last week. So I'm currently 31 weeks today. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and film an update, but I have a lot to update you on. I guess it's a lot. It's a lot that's gone on for me, and something that I think could help a lot of people. So I'll go ahead and share with you size and weight and all of that stuff. Let me get my app out. Okay, so my app says that currently baby C2, or as y'all know, her name is Gresset. And if you don't know, we're naming our baby girl Gresset. And Gresset is the size of a motorcycle helmet, which seems pretty big. Like, I mean, motorcycle helmets are fairly large unless it's like a children's motorcycle helmet. But this is where her foot is at, size-wise. And her hand. I think I like those descriptions better than the actual, your baby's the size of this or that, because I don't feel like that's very accurate. I went in for my 30-week checkup on Thursday. So last Thursday, I go every other Thursday from now on. And then I start going every Thursday, I think at 36 weeks, that's when that changes. So I've gone every other Thursday. And this last Thursday, I basically just went in, I got weighed, I sat, I waited, fetal Doppler heart monitor thing on her. Her heart rate was 131, give or take some. And then he came in, asked me, how are you feeling? Any contractions? Any leaking, bleeding, all of that fun stuff. My answer was no. And he said, okay, you're good to go. I'll see you in 2 weeks. So that's kind of how my appointments have been going, and how they'll probably continue to go until about 35, 36 weeks, where they'll do like cervical checks and probably one more ultrasound before she's born, just to make sure that she's not breech. But yeah, we're hitting the stretch, home stretch. We're in the home stretch, guys. We're getting so close, and everything's kind of coming together, and I'm really excited. But it also feels like this pregnancy has gone by so much faster than my first pregnancy. I think that may be in part to, with my first pregnancy, my daughter was born in August. I am a teacher, so for the very end of my pregnancy, I wasn't working. So I had about 3 months before she came, and I was just kind of sitting around and doing nothing. So that made it drag on. And this pregnancy, I'm obviously in school full-time, full swing, and days are just going. And I have lots of other things to be on my mind, like my 2-year-old and my job, and it's just, everything is just zooming by, and I cannot believe how fast it's going. So some of the things that the app says to look out for are that she's about 17 inches, give or take. She's probably 3.5 pounds, give or take, of course. She should be head down by now, but we're not too sure on that because we haven't had an ultrasound since about 25 weeks, I think, something like that. Yeah, as far as my symptoms have gone, sleep has become very difficult. She moves constantly. She is constantly moving, constantly poking, prodding, kicking, and it's not, Graylin, my first daughter, would like roll and have these big movements and stretch, and then she'd be good. This little baby is like wham bam bam bam, kick kick kick, roll roll roll, like she's all over the place, and it terrifies me. But Graylin was like so smooth and all calm in my belly, and outside my belly, she is a maniac. So this baby could be the opposite when she gets out, who knows? But right now, she is constantly on the move, constantly kicking, constantly just going, going, going. And she'll have these little like, bam, 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 like flutter kicks. And it's so weird because I did not have those with Gray whenever she was this far along. So it'll be like kick, kick, kick. And then a little bit move, she'll move some more big movements and then kick, 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 or hit. I don't know what she's moving or what she's touching or what she's using, but it's just funny to watch because you can just see my belly like roll. I'll try to get a video and link it in a vlog for you guys, but I post a lot on my stories on my Instagram, so if you want to follow my Instagram and you can see kind of more day-to-day how we're doing, it's Hey Mama Curtis is my Instagram handle, so I'll put it up here so you can see that, and if you want to go check it out, you can. But I post videos on there of her moving all the time and kind of our day-to-day. So moving on from that, other than not being able to sleep, my heartburn has been so bad, and it only starts about 4 or 5 o'clock, and then it'll last till 10, 11 o'clock at night. But it's heartburn from nothing. I mean, when you're pregnant, you get heartburn from cereal or a banana. You just get heartburn, you just get heartburn. I guess it's just from the baby like taking up a lot of room, maybe. Could be totally wrong on that, I don't know. But I get it, and it's just like stagnant, just ugh, it's awful. So I try to take Tums, but they don't really do a whole lot of good, so I just kind of let it ride and whatever. We just work with it. But that's new. So heartburn, not being able to sleep very well. And then last week, if you have not kept up on previous vlogs, you would not have known that the stomach bug hit the Curtis household, and it was awful. So it started with my first daughter, Graylin. Last Sunday, she was just standing in the living room, perfectly fine, projectile vomited all over the carpet, and she had been like stuffy. Her nose has been stuffy and she'd been coughing, so I was thinking, oh, the mucus I'm sure has upset her stomach. We'll just, you know, she'll be fine. And so then I pick her up to move her, to clean the carpet, and to clean her off, and she does it again. And as I'm walking her to the trash can, she continues to throw up and throw up and throw up. And so at that point I was like, oh, okay, I don't know if this is just the mucus messing with her stomach. She ended up staying up for about 4 hours that night, just continually vomiting. And then the next day was fine. It had moved into coming out the other end, and then she was good. But that night was whenever I got it. So I started not feeling good. I was editing a vlog, I think, and sitting at the computer, and I told my husband Colton, like, I just don't feel well. And you know, I say that all the time because I'm pregnant, and sometimes I just get tired. I just tell him I don't feel well, and he's like, oh, okay, well, you probably need to go to bed and stop editing, like, just go to bed. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to bed. So I get in bed. I was like, nope, this is not normal. I don't feel good. Something's up. I don't feel good. So I get a trash can, line it with 3 or 4 plastic baggies, and immediately done. Like, I get sick for, I don't know, it was probably a good 4 or 5 hours, kind of just like graded. And then I was good the next day. Like, I wasn't sick the next day, but I was just so weak and so just done. Did go to work though because I had to, and I was just done and tired, and it was awful. And then that night, after I got sick, the night after, Colton got sick. So that hit us for a good week. We were all dealing with it, and then all dealing with recovering with it. And on top of being, sorry if you can hear Gray crying, Colton's with her in the living room, but poor thing. I think it's because she can't find me. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going because Colton's got her and she's fine. It's so hard for me not to like jump and get her, but he has her, so like she's perfectly fine. It's just my mom tuition. Anyway, so it was a whole week of us just like dealing with that and trying to get over it, trying to get over it. Being 30 weeks pregnant with a stomach bug, it took so much out of me, and still having to go to work was awful. I took a day off work, obviously, when Gray was sick because we couldn't take her to daycare being sick. But if you've ever taught or known a teacher, the way our days work is we get 10 days a year, and if you use them, you get to accrue them, so you can continue to build them up. However, I had Graylin 2 years ago and used all of those days. So I had about 23 days at the beginning of this year. And how our maternity leave works is you get 6 to 8 weeks. I'm not even sure on it. It's not maternity leave, it's like FMLA leave, which is family medical leave, something or other. I don't know. But you basically, they'll hold your spot. Like, they won't give your job away if you don't go, if you fill in your FMLA paperwork and you don't go to work those 6 to 8 weeks. So that's what you have to do. You have to fill out the paperwork and you take FMLA leave, but your days for your FMLA leave come from your vacation personal days. So those 23 some odd days are all the days that I have for maternity leave, because that's not what it's called when you work for the school, or at least for mine. I'm not sure if this is different for other schools. I do live in Texas, and that's just how it's been for us. It could be totally different for other people. So if it is, let me know. I would love to see how your maternity leave works. But I have those days, and those are the only days I have to go towards my maternity leave. If I go over on my days for my maternity leave, I have to pay a set rate each day I'm out to pay for the sub that has to take my position. So it's between $150 and $180, $150 and $180 a day for me to pay over the days that I've already accrued. So I've got those 23 days. Obviously 23 days, business days, so that's roughly okay, so I have roughly 5 to 6 weeks of days. Well, I did at the beginning of the year. So I've already taken 1 day closer earlier in the year for Gray being sick. Then I had to take another day for Gray being sick. So that leaves me with 21 days, which is almost exactly 5. I'm sorry, it's only, I was totally off on that. It's about 4 to 5 weeks.
Yes.
Okay, we have a visitor. Aww. There's Gray Gray. She's okay. She does not want me to film right now, so we'll either calm her down or we'll stop and we'll do it later. You okay? Okay, so I'm sorry, my brain is all over the place, and so is she. She's also just in her diaper because she had a blowout at daycare. Are you singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star?
Yeah.
I like it.
Twinkle, 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 twinkle.
Okay, so that gives me about 4 to 5 weeks. I'm sorry for the confusion there. 4 to 5 weeks. 23 days is about 4 to 5 weeks of leave. Now, I've used 2 days already on Gray being sick. So that leaves me with 21 days. And so whenever I got sick, I had been sick that night, so I just went to work, stayed far away from all of my little people and my coworkers, and toughed it out because I could not take a day because I need that day for maternity leave, or it's gonna cost me $150 to $180, which is ridiculous, I know. And if there was something I could do about it, I would love to be able to change that. But that's reality right now, just like this is reality right now, and you just work with what you got, okay? Anyway, so that hit our family, and that was really hard for that entire last week. We got over it, it's fine. We got everybody at daycare sick, so that was great. No, we didn't, but everybody at daycare, or a lot of people at daycare, started to get sick after we were sick, so that made me feel even worse. But it's all gone, we are all over it, and it's perfectly fine. Colton and I went on a Babymoon this last weekend to watch a college football game, so that was a lot of fun. That was the first time we'd been out, just me and him. Without Gray, we left her with his parents, so that was a lot of fun for us and a nice time for them to spend with just her before Gresset comes. Any other symptoms I can think of other than So we went over, we had the stomach bug. That was not fun. Some tips for that if you are pregnant. I did have a small trash can, and then I lined it with, and even if you're not pregnant, this will work. I lined it with plastic bags, like Walmart, Target bags, 3 or 4 of them at a time, so I could just do my business, pull a bag out, chunk it, and continue, and I didn't have to. I hate throwing up in the toilet. I think it's just disgusting, gross, and it smells bad. So I like that, and it gets out of the way. We got another little baby here. This is our first baby, Boozer. If you're new here, that's our 5-year-old Great Dane, Boozer. Anyway, yeah, we've got any more tips? So just the trash bag, and then I just continually sipped on water because I was so terrified of getting dehydrated and having to be hospitalized. Did not want that to happen. And then I bought, my mom brought me like little baby saltines, which were awesome. So I just like snacked on those for about 2 days, and that's all I ate for about 2 days was just saltines. So got over the stomach bug. What? What? Wrap the baby? You want your bear? Any other symptoms I can think of right now? Oh, I took my, you're cold? I did take my glucose.
No, Mommy. Mama, hug me.
Come here. Mama's gonna finish filming, okay? Okay?
I know. But say, Mom.
You want me to rock my baby? Rock my baby. I did take my glucose test at 28 weeks and the results came back fine. I didn't have to go back for the 3-hour one. I didn't have to go back for the 3-hour one or anything. I have been taking an iron supplement this entire pregnancy, and I haven't had to do anything other than just take that supplement. And then I've been taking my Care of prenatal vitamins, and they've been obviously doing okay. All my blood work came back great. Wait, I don't think I've mentioned this, and it's not because like I care or anything, but I was going to share my weight with y'all as my pregnancy has progressed, and I've just forgotten. So I started at 125 pounds at the very beginning of my pregnancy, so 125, and now I am at 142 was the last weigh-in that I had at my last appointment. So what is that? We're at the end of the day. I've got a toddler talking in my ear, and I'm trying to get this done, so I cannot think. If you're doing this in your head, God bless you. Okay, 17 pounds. That's all? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've gained 17 pounds in the last 8 months, 7 to 8 months. That's less than I did with Gray. With Gray, I gained 30 pounds the entire pregnancy, and this one I have definitely noticed that I'm a lot smaller. I did work out the majority of this pregnancy. I did stop my my gym membership only for the fact that I didn't have a lot of time after work to go to the gym, and I wanted to be able to focus on my YouTube and focus on my family. So I did stop my gym membership for now. I will start it back up after Gresset's done and I get my 6-week, like, you're good to go. I will start it back up whenever that's in the works, but as of right now, I'm not going to the gym anymore. I might walk or do something quick here, but mainly just running after a 2-year-old is going to be my cardio. I will be sharing my bump date with you at the end of this video too, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so if I've lost you because of all of the craziness, I apologize, but my channel... My channel is going to be very real and very, this is it, and this is what you got. So I apologize if it bothers you, and if it doesn't, thanks for sticking around. Again, this was my 30-week update. I will update you again, maybe at 32, and if nothing's different, then probably at 34 weeks. Oh my gosh, that'd be a month out. So insane. Okay, So if you are not subscribed already, please subscribe so you don't miss out on any more videos. I will post more updates. I'm about to film a what is on my registry for my second baby. So things that I wanted to have with Gray that we didn't have, or things that we need for a second baby. So that'll be a fun video. Stick around for that, or be watching out for that at least. And we'll see you next time in all of the crazy wildness that is our life. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.